Truth is told when liars caught are speaking in a room.
What is going on, all you goons and producers? It's your boy, Miko Anthony. To the right of me, Damien's an alien, as always. Welcome into the producer's pit. And we've got a show that we've probably been alluding to or just wanted for a while.
100%.
We've been the Walker Kass show for a sec.
Oh, yeah.
I think, we talked about them way too much. But here they are. Walker Kass, we finally got him in. There's been a story. There's been some stories behind how long this took, but we'll definitely get into that. But for those of you who don't know our guests, they are a Siren Folk duo or trio. I don't know.
Both on occasion. Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the day.
Depends on the day. We've got our drummer here with us, Isaac Scarlett, today, who's sticking it out for the long haul. Hopefully, we love him very much.
Are you gonna add his last name to the band, or is that kind of is this a trial period before you really?
It's definitely a trial period. He needs no tryouts. Yeah, we've gone through too many band names to actually change it again, I think, at this point. So as long as people know his name, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Either way, based at or originated from Santa Fe. You guys are based out of here now.
Oh,
up
yes.
north. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen you silence venues,
Oh, yeah.
mainly just Ancora. That's like probably the 2 times we saw you, but I mean, I don't think we've ever seen anyone just silence that place, packed. So you can definitely stop the show.
Thank you.
Certified show stoppers.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
Certified, baby.
Either way, welcome in the Sirens of the Southwest.
Thank you.
Riley Walker, Miriam Kass. They make up Walker Kass. You do the math. Yeah, you know, the name comes from a super deep meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the truth of who we are.
Yeah. Our whole entirety of our being.
Your identity.
Yes.
It's your identity. It's who you are, literally.
Literally. That's the best way to go.
Well, let's move into today's first segment, Song of the Week. General song recommendation, then a local pick from yours truly. So first off, Damien, what do you got for us this week?
All right, so this week I've been listening to Billy Lemos. He released a new tape called Wonder. The title track, Wonder, features Still Woozy, one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite dudes, alternative artists, and MTMBO. Very, very chill song, very good vibe. Go ahead and go listen to that. And as far as local picks, I'm going to go ahead and do a R&B banger by Kid Official called Love or Lust. It's an absolute banger. Go ahead and check that out if you're into some R&B music. It's really good.
Awesome. More bangers for the audience at home. We're going to kick it to our guests. Do you have any recommendations you'd like to throw out to the audience?
Of just like what we've been listening to recently.
Yeah.
We've been slaying Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All-Star.
All-Star. You listen to the lyrics, man. They're
They're
great.
spot on for, I think, the state of the world, the state of well-being right now.
They
It's
don't
like,
stop coming. They don't stop coming.
I played that 3 times in a row on the treadmill yesterday. We're covering it.
No way.
Yeah,
Let's
get
go.
ready.
We
'cause
are.
it's good.
Oh,
Because
that's
it's an important message. We're ready.
Oh, man. That's good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no,
There it is.
Yeah,
that
there
was
it is.
probably on our list
one,
of
right?
like secret
Yeah, that was
covers
on
that
our
we
bucket
wanted.
list. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I feel like it's one that everybody should always cover. No one does it because it's so overplayed. It's like, that one song. But
Have you ever seen that video of like the Smash Mouth singer getting all pissed when people are like throwing bread on stage at like a food festival?
Yeah.
Yeah. People were like
That's
throwing bread on
hilarious.
because they're giving out free bread and they're throwing it on stage and he's like, keep throwing bread, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He gets all mad.
too many carbs.
Exactly. So you got quite a lineage to. What about Walking on the Sun? That's another Smash Mouth hit, though.
Yeah, it is. Well, we might just become a Smash Mouth cover band.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh.
go.
Why not?
Let's go.
Siren Folk, what?
I mean, someone's got to carry the torch. Smash Mouth ain't gonna be around forever. So
That's true.
True.
And if they ever like remaster Shrek, then you already got a job.
Oh yeah,
There.
100%.
Shrek
Hallelujah
remaster.
was actually
Shrek.
the first song we ever like really sang together.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
That
did-
always reminds me of
Who did the
Shrek.
whistling?
Oh no.
No. Yeah.
Bangers.
We have tried to whistle in harmony
We have
many times.
still a work in progress. We'll release it when we're ready. Yeah.
That's good.
Smash Mouth cover coming soon.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Anything else? Anything local? Anything, you know?
Jimmy Climbs just released a single this week.
Yeah.
Tight. Peter Taylor's been doing some tight releases. I couldn't name any of the title tracks, but I've jammed them, and they're all hard.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Goat Heads is another band that's like coming out with something pretty soon. Super excited for that one.
Yeah, what I said. We're big fans of the Jimmy Climbs one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I think did we cover that one
Yeah, yeah.
last show?
Did you?
Yeah. Either way, that's another banger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As for myself, man, Damien, I'm gonna have to do it.
Oh man. Oh yeah. This is a long time coming.
This
right
is
here.
I'm surprised I haven't done this for Song of the Week yet. We have two religions on this show: Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga.
Yes. Preach.
Born This Way turns 10, or
Yeah,
just turned 10,
yeah.
not too long ago. Two underappreciated hits from that album, Americano and Bloody Mary. Americano was actually on the Puss in Boots soundtrack. Yeah, so it's part of the Shrek discography.
Yes.
Full circle.
Yeah, it's full circle. So either bangers, bro. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You knew it was coming
Oh,
at
yeah,
some point.
100%.
It only took 17 episodes. I'm surprised it wasn't episode 1. But anyways, moving on to local. I'm happy to see the boys' two-man embassy back at it. I mean, are they technically local? They went to LA, but
Yeah, but it's still
they
local.
were on the show. We
In our
still
hearts.
love them. We'll
yeah.
consider you locals still, because that was a great show. You guys were hilarious. But Velvet, two-man embassy, came back, put out their first banger of the year. I know they were talking about dropping an album when we interviewed them last year, or beginning of this year, actually. Dang, it's been so long. But either way, they're coming back into the fold, and Velvet's just a return to form. It's that two-man embassy sound that you know and love if you've heard them, and if not, go check it out. As far as news goes, this is our first filming since our appearance on Learning Time
Yeah.
podcast, hosted by Dan Torres, a.k.a. the Amazing Spider Dan.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. We'll throw a link to that in our description if you're watching on YouTube. Go check that out. It's Producer's Pit Unhinged, which
Oh yeah. 100%.
you would think is this show, but we have
Oh,
a whole
yeah.
nother level of tomfoolery to give. So that was a fun time. Watch us read textbooks and accents. I mean, what more do you want? So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Also, we're going to finally drop this. We're putting an event together July 9th at La Luna Eatery and Events Producers Pit Community Night.
Oh.
Big celebration of all the people we've met, for our first many months in
Oh, yeah.
operation. We'll be hitting a year pretty soon, but we're going to try to get, as many people that we've met in the community come perform. We're going to try to get a lot of figures in the music game out here to come out and, network. So come out, meet some new people. If you wanted to meet the host of this show, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll be there though. And we're going to be inviting a lot of our past guests too. So if there's anyone's music you liked out, seen on the show, July 9th, La Luna, be there. It's going to be a good time. And that's about it for news. And yeah, I think we're going to take a break. We're going to get a good interview. So we'll be right back.
And all this time I keep on telling me that I can never change.
Hi, we're Walker Kass.
And you're watching Albuquerque Public Access.
All I need
welcome back to the Producer's Pit. This week we've got some guests that we've wanted on this show for a bit. The wonderful Siren Folk duo of Walker Kass. Welcome in again.
Thank you.
So, let's get right into the questions we got prepared. Words are hard. Anyways, let's start with the origin story. How did you guys meet? How did Walker Kass kind of come to fruition as a group?
Yeah. We both spent a lot of time in Santa Fe growing up. I was kind of on and off there for a while, but moved back in high school for my senior year. We kind of saw each other around town. We're very avoidant of each other.
There's some serious dislike.
Serious
We'll just
dislike.
acknowledge.
Some beef. Yeah.
There was
Some
some serious
beef.
beef. Yeah.
Riley was dating all the guys I was dating.
It's weird,
vice
man.
versa.
It's tiny town.
Dang.
We didn't talk. She was like the other amazing singer-songwriter
Oh,
in
so-
Santa Fe.
Right.
So we
Okay.
didn't talk for about 7 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a rivalry.
There was like a real
Yo,
rivalry. Yeah.
that's
But you
crazy.
can't beat them, join them. So we met this woman named Haley Hickson. Haley Hahn now. Yay, congratulations, she's married. Cutie. And she became both of our best friends in like the same week.
Yeah, both met her like one night after the other.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my gosh, you have to meet this other amazing woman I just met. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna love each other.
Right. We never said anything to her that we like had known each other before. We were like,
We're like, okay,
all right,
this
fine.
is
This
it.
is what it is. This is totally fine. So we started a trio, and then she decided to go on and be a med student, become a doctor. And so it just chiseled down to the two of us, and here's your perfect love story.
So Haley was the one who broke down the Santa Fe Siren Folk beef, basically.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. She
Yes.
created. She is the siren of the folk, I guess,
Yes.
if you will. Yeah.
I never thought about it. It's like
Hey,
Yeah.
how
haven't either.
two men in embassy are all three.
Oh, three people, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I never would have thought y'all were bitter rivals. That's
You know, you grow up and it's like girls are supposed to be against each other.
Yes.
You know, that's like it's like a weird thing about being in high school and having drama and you know having to hate the other person who's also good, like this weird air of competition. And so we both kind of just fed into that as naive younger women, and coming and being able to get through that and get over it is like one of the best feeling things. Like just epic amounts of love can come from that. I don't ever really want to be singing without her anymore. I always consider myself a solo musician, but I mean it's so much better
Yeah.
together.
It's just there's so much more energy you put into not liking someone or hating someone. It's
Yeah.
like it's easier to break down the beef. You
Yeah.
know?
Right. What's the point? What's the point?
Right, and like you really don't know until you take the time to sink in with somebody and like take the time to see them. And I think that's what we do in our music too, is like cut through the crap, sing the truth, you know? And so I think our relationship reflects that.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
hope it does. Yeah.
So what got both of you into music, and what about tell us a bit about your musical backgrounds?
So I started taking songwriting lessons when I was 9. My mom pulled me out of school, was like, we are homeschooling. You know, she's like, Jewel was, you know, was successful because she did homeschool and had all this time to be creative. And so, yeah, stopped going to school, started taking songwriting lessons. This woman would send me to coffee shops and listen to conversations and write songs. So one of my first songs I wrote was called The Traumatizing Mocha. This lady had this horrible mocha, and yeah, so and we hosted all these guitar circles with other younger ladies, and so I recorded my first 4-song album when I was 9, and it was just kind of facilitated in that singer-songwriter lesson.
And it wasn't a Smash Mouth cover album.
It was not.
Leading up to that.
Yeah,
Our entire career has been
Yeah,
until
that's-
this moment. You know what I mean?
we just came into full clarity.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I started singing also when I was 9. Started taking classical opera lessons when I was like 13 and studied that until the time I was 21. I went to the Hart School of Music in Connecticut. Dropped out after a period of time, but I've been in like punk bands and neo soul bands, and I've always felt the urge and need to pursue music. I don't have any other vein in my life other than it. So.
So that actually leads to my next question, Riley. Are you the one that kind of drives the classical kind of sounds that are found in your music, and or are there other inspirations there that kind of drive the music you guys put out?
That's a great question. I think we feed off of each other. I mean, we've both taken voice lessons and all that kind of stuff. I think there's something that happens when we're singing together that there's something else that comes in and we hear it. And so, yes, the operatic training has definitely helped to be able to reach those notes. But in some of our newer stuff, Miriam's singing most of the high, fluttery bits and pieces. So it varies, for sure. Without Miriam's compositional and understanding of like flexibility of music, and I'm very much more rigid in that sense. So I think it complements each other, the structured opera and singer-songwriter vibe. Yeah.
So was there any challenge when you guys started, making music together about kind of those two styles working together, or perhaps your voices and how those would work together in a song? I mean, or, is there still a challenge with that, or do you guys just understand each other now and that's not even a problem?
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe our biggest challenge actually is that we hear all the exact same things, and so it's like writing parts is actually like, okay, how do we break away and create, hear two of this similar soundscapes that aren't the same ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we've worked it a lot, like learning how to I watch Riley's mouth so hard to learn how to match exactly how she announces everything, and she does the same. And so I think there was a learning curve in the beginning.
Yeah, it took about a year for us to be able to make our voices sound like one, which is still something that we work on a daily basis. Yeah, matching those tones, matching your vowel, where it is in your throat, where it is in your mouth. How much breath we're using at one point or another. Yeah, but you're right. Breaking away from the same ear is really hard.
But I mean, practice. That's how you get into Carnegie Hall,
Totally, yes, totally.
Because I mean, you guys have really kind of, you harmonize in every, song that you put out. So it's like, I'm sure, I don't know how easy or hard it was, and so it definitely can be, especially working collaboratively too. We've talked about that on the show a bit. But let's go into the $1 million question. The whole reason why we're actually here, and that is, what is Siren Folk? Yeah, I don't know. Educate us.
Yeah.
Enlighten us.
It's the feeling that stops the crowd, right? The sirens are the voices and the feelings that catch people and lure them in, and play with that emotion and speak honestly and truthfully about needs and whatever. And I think our harmonies kind of play to that feeling and emotional understanding. So it's encapsulating the sound of an emotion in a folky sense too. We don't want to drown people out. It's like only emotional.
Yeah, you guys aren't making music for sailors, because that's what siren music historically was. It was to learn sailors, to drown them.
Right.
Actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Try to drown them.
There's not much water out here, so.
Right. But we all, in some sense, are sailors moving through the world, trying to find our little paths, and every once in a while it feels kind of nice to get lured in.
Right. And called, I think the intent is to call people into their emotional bodies, and music is that thing, at least for me, where it's like, oh, I hear something and it evokes that feeling, that is life, that I feel that, and that is the quintessential essence of life, and that's what this siren element is of us. Like, can we call in that feeling where people can be so called back to themselves through sound, where they can be in their deepest presence in life? So,
Well said.
Now, another very big element of folk music is telling a story. And so, from listening to your music, I feel like there are some stories in some of these songs. So,
Anna.
yeah. I feel like, or am I just imagining stuff? Is this? But are there any stories you'd care to share about any of your songs that kind of inspired it?
Do you have any songs in particular you want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, truth, y'all just like build up this huge crescendo. I feel like there was something that went down there.
Yeah, Truth was written on Miriam's bed after we had both had really horrible weeks and needed.
Yeah, we were
Like
we were
something?
we were
We were
in
on
it.
one.
We were we were at that tail end of our time in Santa Fe. It was just a huge, I think, year of coming into wholeness, of us coming into our full power and understanding of what that means together too. And what does it mean facing and honoring your challenges and saying them straight.
Right.
And
in a way that most people can relate to, where I don't want to sing anything that's so particular that it excludes most everybody, talk to me, tell me what's on your mind is the first line. And it's when have we all wanted someone to just speak their mind? Hey, just tell me what's going on. You know? So.
Right, and that everything I do for you. We were coming kind of into a place in our relationship, and my work situation was this. Everything I do, even if I don't want to do it, I do it for you. And that was my truth at that time, kind of across the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, I definitely subverted my expectations. I expect them to be all love ballads.
Well, most music is a love ballad, right? And I think I'm always singing in love in music. There are definitely some songs out there that are about breakups and ex-partners and whatever.
Oh yes,
definitely about it. But at the core of all of that is it can be about most anything that's about love, I think.
Because I think definitely your music's out there to really kind of invoke emotion is what it is. Because I'm out here reliving breakups for relationships I never had. That's how much emotion there is in the music.
That's great. Yeah. I love that. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, if the goal is to really get some emotion or, really get people to, I guess, think.
Yeah.
I mean, you nailed
Feel.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Feel or quiet ancora. That's a you succeed in that one too.
Thank you.
But let's get into some spicy information I might have gotten before the show.
Spicy. Oh.
And that is actually it's from Miriam. That's the only thing we got. And I slipped a guy $10. But either way, supposedly you're involved with the Oxygen Bar out in Santa Fe. That you opened, operated.
Yes, that is full family operation. My family and I were, kind of hopping around houses. My sister and I met John Barker, who owns most of Santa Fe real estate, and he's I have this little space downtown Santa Fe, open an artist commune style thing. We'll give you a good deal on rent. And my mom had this whole oxygen bar healing concept, and so we started with a paper box and a lawn chair, and it was my family and I working it, and it grew from just the 4 of us to 50 employees in 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And that was my whole life for the past 5 years. And then just last year moved to Albuquerque to focus on music. It's like,
You're
yeah,
like,
I was,
I'm done selling oxygen.
yeah.
It's time for bigger things.
but was like hosting open mics and
Oh,
music
yeah.
events, and I was a line cook and operations manager. It was a whole other life, for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you want to focus on music, that's, you know.
Yeah.
I can see. I haven't seen oxygen bars since my time in Nevada.
Vegas,
Out in
yeah.
Vegas, bro.
Oh, you should go
I
check
mean,
it out.
Yeah. I think mainly those are for like when you were hungover
Right.
and you just needed a rejuvenating oxygen. That wasn't the air you breathe.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
wasn't-
Well, a lot of people get altitude sickness here too.
Yeah.
So like,
That's a big.
in Santa Fe, it's also like higher than Albuquerque, so it's
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
very joyous.
I forget about altitude sickness living out
it's
here now.
and then people come and have green chili and wine, and that
No.
like tips the altitude sickness over the edge.
So,
for
so,
people.
so is that the scheme? You give them green chili wine, they're like, oh dang, I need some.
Yeah, I know.
And you're like, well,
That's what everybody else is doing. They're just making it work. You know what I mean?
well, it's $10 well spent getting that information.
Who gave it to you? I want to know.
I know. Don't reveal. Never reveal your sources.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not. I mean, I'm
Can't
pretty. I'm
snitch,
pretty
bro.
sure you can. Oh, I mean, yeah, I was about to say, I don't snitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Nuts.
maybe I was trying to find some information about Munira and
Oh
someone
yeah.
sent
that's
me
right.
out. Don't know who.
Who would ever do that? What?
Yeah,
Miriam.
yeah.
So,
Gonna tickle in your butt?
yeah.
Am I sensing some heat and sass and
That's
spice over there? You want to go?
Okay, let's throw down later
Okay,
in the
yeah, no,
show.
for
We've got
sure.
more questions.
Yeah.
You could probably do the math and figure it out though. We've had past guests figure out who leaked their information.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Especially when they figure it out on camera.
Oh yeah.
So if you figure it out, feel free to shout it
Shout
out.
it out on camera. Yeah.
All right, deal.
So
Deal.
you mentioned your friend who just got married, and
Mm-hmm.
so we were slated to have you on earlier in the show,
Yes.
but you had that surprise wedding come up on you. And from what you were telling me, it's quite a story. So would you mind telling us that story here?
Yes. Do you want to start it or should I?
Why don't you take this one? Yeah.
Okay. So we both work in restaurants. We have set busy schedules, all this stuff. So our life partner Haley gets engaged. It's like we're like awesome. She's like, I'm probably gonna get married in like a month, 3 weeks, something like that. Well, 2 days go by and she's like, I'm getting married in 2 days. Like this is happening. We're driving up. I'm flying out to San Antonio to marry this man that I love, and like, you guys have to be there, obviously. And we're like, okay, all right, fine. But we're both working, like rigorous schedules. So she flies out. She leaves a suitcase of stuff at our house because we're gonna drive out there after I get off of work on Sunday. So Miriam works, and then I go to work. We have opposing schedules, shifts, and then we get off of work. I get off of work at 6, and we
Car's packed.
Car's
Go scooper.
Totally packed. Go shopping for bridesmaids' outfits. Find Haley's wedding dress at the same spot.
Yeah.
Get shoes. Are like wildly running around
We're
trying to do all
like,
this stuff.
I'm gonna try this wedding dress on. It probably will fit her. It's gonna
Yeah,
be.
let's
great.
hope. We'll see what happens. Like,
We're
oh
just
my
sending
god.
it.
Wedding is tomorrow.
Wedding's tomorrow. So we drive 12 hours non-stop, barely sleeping. We're taking shifts, like kind of sleeping in the back, not really. We've got the wedding dress like hanging from the little hook handle, the OSHA handle of the car, like in the back. We're like sleeping under the wedding dress while the other person's driving, like tons of coffee. And we get there on no sleep, have an amazing, amazing day, meet Koa's family and hang out with Haley's parents, and absolutely just beautiful. And then, yeah, the next day, was it? I don't even remember everything because I was
Yeah.
so tired,
That was it.
brutally exhausted. But
Yeah, so it's just a 1 day Fast and Furious.
totally fascinating.
No holds barred, all out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Every night after, yeah.
Yeah, but it was sweet. It was like, that's so Haley of like that. I'm doing this now because I know. And
Right.
it's like, and
When
if
you know,
I-
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm more like appalled that they got like the venue and
Yeah.
everything.
Well,
like, in
oh my
such,
God,
Like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
short notice.
queen, she's amazing. Like Haley can pretty much do anything, literally anything if she puts her mind to it. Yeah, so she's on the phone for like a few days, I guess like 2 days, just like making all of this happen. Yeah, nailed it. I know that her mom helped a lot. We picked up the cake and got her dress and did all what we could to also help out. So
But yes, that's why we were not here with
Yeah.
you.
yeah,
Walker Kass wedding services
Yeah.
now open for business.
no,
Never again.
never again.
But we
never
will
again.
play to you walking down the aisle for sure.
There you
Yes.
go. That's the most.
Yeah.
Maybe an oxygen bar.
Yeah,
If you
def,
pay it.
def for sure. Get your 98% oxygen.
It's probably
For
the best
sure.
pick I know. So.
That's crazy. Wow. That's an adventure. See, I'm happy you guys kind of delayed your visit here because we wouldn't have had that story.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No, you got it.
See?
Yes.
You know those moments of life, you just gotta seize them.
Yeah, you just
and
gotta go
enjoy
for it.
Go for
You just
it.
gotta
and,
send it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
send
yeah.
it.
Yeah, bro.
Send it. Oh man.
You have no idea how much we say send it. It's ridiculous.
That's Smash Mouth cover. Send it.
Yeah.
Send it.
So we have another very important question for you, and that is: so we know you're great friends with the amazing Sade Munira. Have y'all tried the Munira latte though?
No, I didn't even hear about it until we watched
Watch
the show.
the episode.
Like,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yes.
No.
She can tell. It's a trade secret then.
Yeah.
Well, we're not getting it. If it's a
Yeah.
family trait,
Yeah, so
Shoot.
the recipe has not been disclosed to
Yeah.
us. If you're trying to get it through us,
Oh.
you won't.
I'm gonna need more than $10
You
on
say you
this
need a
one.
lot more than
case closed.
Well, she disclosed some of it, so we've got a partial recipe. So if you just want to give us another partial recipe, then
I'll have to try it first.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
a big
excited
thing.
to taste it.
Yeah, no, she's been hyping it up, or maybe we have. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
both of us. Yeah.
Yes, it's a very it's one of those mysteries of the music scene out here.
Right.
Yeah.
There's all urban legends out there. The Munir latte is probably above the top.
One of them.
Yeah. True.
And so, my last question, and definitely not least. So, in our past episodes with Munira and Jolene Laird, we pitched them an idea of a all-women's local K-pop group.
Yes, we've heard about this.
Yes. So we just need you two to hop onto this, and we've got one of the craziest concepts musically.
It is a crazy concept.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
a crazy concept.
I mean, would you be down? That's the big question.
I honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, and don't listen to K-pop. I haven't. I wouldn't know what to do. If we have to dance and stuff, no. Choreography, not my thing. I would love to sing with those women, for sure. We can make that. We can make that
Maybe
happen.
we'll
Yeah.
put a little less choreography
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
this,
Right.
but we'll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, so that is a big part of K-pop is choreography
Yeah.
is present.
Yeah.
But we said it just because Munira actually writes K-pop is what she was saying. So
Yeah.
we were like,
Hey, man.
I mean,
you do the math.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, so then if you're thinking about this collaboration, what do you envision?
big stage pyrotechnics.
yeah.
I'm about both of those things.
Really good music,
Oh yeah.
obvious. I don't know.
And the
I'm just- I'm-
choreography.
there's choreography. There's some dancing, So, yeah.
We could play foosball while
Yeah.
singing this
Ooh.
song.
You fire
That would be fun.
there you go.
Fire
so you could
juggle.
fire juggle,
Yeah.
so you don't have to dance.
Actually,
Yeah.
do play.
You do that.
You do. Yeah. So you could do some something that's not choreography, but something that's just like entertaining, like
Right.
balance board, you know,
Yes.
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch.
fire breathing. I don't know.
Ooh, yes.
Riding a giraffe on stage.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys are obsessed with the giraffe. Tell us about your giraffe. Can
okay.
we gotta
Okay.
hear the
All
gotta
right.
hear
Well, apparently this is now hosted by Walker Kass. It's so we've been wanting to get a live animal in
We
this
have
show
been.
for a while, just for anyone, because I feel like if an animal walks in on set while you're being interviewed, you're like,
Like what?
what?
Yeah.
But we feel like if we're gonna do an animal, you know, have them in the studio, it's gotta be the most ridiculous one.
Yeah.
And what more ridiculous in a space like this is a giraffe.
Giraffe downtown Albuquerque.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's why
You know,
we're
I
obsessed with the
agree.
giraffe.
Yeah.
I mean, penguin's another
A
one.
bear.
Zebra, a bear.
Bears.
Bear. We might have to sign waivers if we're doing bears,
that's-
but
You could get a shark.
Shark.
Fish
Just
tank.
like a
big
giant
tank.
fish tank.
Fish
Yeah.
tank. Yeah.
yeah,
We could do that.
exactly.
Yeah. Put it under the stage.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah,
And then
we
it
could be
opens up.
sitting-
You
Yeah,
know?
it opens
it
up.
opens up.
No,
might-
not the stage itself, but like the floor.
Oh.
We don't want people falling in.
Right.
Oh, I thought-
I was about to say,
Chupacabra.
we were pitching the studio if we could do like a shark pit. It's like suspend the music stage above a shark pit that's open. You know, that'd be pretty
Terrifying.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's also another
Terrifying.
idea for the collaboration
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Just it's like Evil Knievel meets K-pop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
and there you go.
Send it.
Send it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got some actual music production questions coming in from Damien, so we'll get into that. But first, let's take a break. We've been having a lot of fun here, so we'll be right back.
Dance in the rain that you've caused. Oh, it's made me so cold. Now I'm soaked to the bone. Shake it off.
Check out Producers Pit on YouTube. Subscribe, follow their channel, like all of their stuff. They're absolutely amazing. Thanks for having us.
And come to the Community Producers Pit Show on July 9th at La Luna Bakery.
You make me shiver, and I can't shake you off. Drenched in the rain that you.
And welcome back to the Producers Pit. We've been having quite a blast with some interesting questions for our guests this week. Siren Folk duo Walker Kass. I hope you all been having a good time. So, some of these questions are a little out there compared to normal interviews. This isn't the Jimmy Kimmel show. This
Yeah.
isn't Hot One. Well, Hot Ones is
Hot
probably.
Ones is kind of like that.
Either way, this is the Producers Pit. But we'll get into some actual questions about the artistry, the music production side. And who knows about that? Well, Damien, of course. So what do you got for our guests this week?
All right. So, what are your guys' opinions on vocal layering, and how important is that to a song from the studio version to the live version?
Vocal layering.
Yeah, vocal layering.
It's a great question.
that
It's
is a
great
good
question.
one.
I think it depends and varies on different songs. Like for what, again, like emotional cues you're trying to invoke. Live, I think keeping it as straightforward as possible and just doing the double harmony is like gold. It works well. I mean, if maybe we ever get to have like a huge giant full band or doing giant stadiums, like having a backing choir or something would be wonderful. But as you can hear in our song Truth, there's a lot of vocal layering on there. And I think that was primarily just because we were inspired to like have more sound and like make it kind of crazy.
Right, and it was like we had recorded it live, and we're like, let's just like see what happens, and like it was fully that authentic. Like in the moment, it felt like we were fully in that authentic songwriting, and I was like, okay, you layer that, and then I'm gonna layer this, and then it's like Riley, you're hitting that high note, and I think that's what like made it work was because it had that like it was still in the moment. But we've tried to record like do more vocal layering, and it almost like I think it can take away from like what we're trying to dude.
We also like compose harmonies for other people a lot of the time. So in our own music, it's one thing, but then writing for other people is different.
Yes.
So we know you guys are certified show stoppers. So do you guys know how to deal with pre-show nerves? Have any remedies to that? And do you guys have any tips for any artists that are looking to perform live sets that are nervous about performing live sets?
I get nervous every time. And that's totally okay, I think.
Yeah. We do vocal warm-ups. Like, that is a must. And, like, taking, like, a moment to, like, sink in.
Center.
And then there's a great root. Oh, what is it? A bear root?
OSHA?
Is it
Bear
just
root?
what was it? There's like a middle name, but like if for vocals, it's a great thing to stick OSHA root in your cheek. Definitely done that for recording.
Yeah, soothes the throat. I think also with nerves, it's like one of those things where it's a mindset almost like, okay, I have these nerves. Why? Because I'm about to like give out a ton of energy and like be influenced by a lot of other people's energy, you know? So let me take those nerves and use it as fuel to like break the boundary of my own self, you know? That's the brain waves that I'm thinking.
Yeah. And is there any musical techniques that you don't see used a lot, like with collaborators, even people locally, that you wish you would see more, like whether that being people layering more vocals or putting more reverb on some things, or like intricate things, or like just anything that you think should be used more?
I want to see more female musicians
Yeah.
around, just in general. I love them. We are them. Like, I think a lot of the times they get overlooked and like go into like a more poppy genre or whatever, which is dope. Like, you do your thing as long as you're enjoying yourself and like being authentic in what you create. Like, yes, but as far as like things that I would like to see more of, I think female vocalists and shredders of all sorts.
Yeah, we were like kind of just like, okay, clocking the Albuquerque music scene. Like, how many, you know, like how many women do you actually see like out and about? And it's like really a handful. And then I think also harmony is something that I always want to hear more of, but don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we know you guys are very good songwriters. And do you guys have any outside influences? Do you guys collaborate with anybody with songwriting or even production or anybody like that?
We just recorded an album last year that we collaborated on. We worked with another songwriter and singer and producers as well. Most of our stuff is pretty sacred to our little space. We worked with Cowboy Killer on a song of his that was super, super fun. Yeah, we keep it. I mean, Haley writes a lot of our songs with us.
And do you guys think the competitiveness versus the collaboration kind of thing gets in the way sometimes of the art form, or do you guys think that kind of helps put people forward and make better art?
Competitive.
Yeah,
nature in
like the
general.
competitive nature of you know, like artists going like head to head and stuff like that, you know.
I feel like that's shifting right now. I think like we're coming into a new paradigm of like, okay, everybody lifting each other up and repping and supporting, because it is so oversaturated, the industry, and I think like that is actually what pushes for excellence. It's like that communal support and, you know, fellow artists, like knowing each other enough where feedback is genuine and real, and you can say the truth without it being a condescending, weird, competitive thing. And I'm excited because I feel like Albuquerque's really coming into that collective, let's lift each other up, and that's what serves music for what it's meant to do.
We were competitive. It didn't work. You'd stand by each other's side, and it's like, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the topic of collaboration, do you guys have any dream collaborations locally and globally?
globally, I want to work with Hosier so badly.
Yeah.
So badly. Dream. That would be a dream.
Yes.
And locally, like, anyone who wants to collaborate, man. Like,
Yeah.
yes, everybody. Everybody. Sade Munira,
Kid Plastic.
Kid Plastic. Yes, like, let's get everyone involved. Let's all play each other's songs. Yeah.
Let's all play Smash Mouth.
Yeah, I was
covers.
gonna
Let's
say
all do
Smash
Smash
Mouth,
Mouth. Everybody knows it. It'll
Yeah.
be so fun. Yes.
And thank you. That's all I have to do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Damien. Well, we'll let you guys show us what you got on the music stage. I'm ready. This is going to be a spiritual experience. But first, let's take a break, and then we got a couple more things to discuss, and then we'll get into it. We'll be right back.
I like to remember the day I said hello. Never did I ever think that you would know.
And you're back with the Producer's Pit. We just had a great interview with our guest this week, Walker Kass. Thanks for enduring all our questions. Or mainly just mine.
I'm exhausted.
My questions were the wild ones. But before we let you guys go up on the music stage, tell us where we can stream your music, where we can find you on the internet, follow what you're doing, all that good stuff.
Walker Kass Music on Instagram, Facebook. We've got some stuff out on Spotify and pretty much all other platforms as well under the Walker Kass band name. We have some shows coming up in July.
Yeah,
We'll put them on our
High and
page.
Dry, ABQ Collective. You'll be able to see them through Monsoon Music as well.
All right. Let's see. What about any upcoming projects you'd like to talk about? Anything there?
We are recording right now a live EP and just kind of living room setting stuff, so that should be super fun to come out soon. And then we're also in August going to be recording in California a full album, which is super exciting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then we're releasing a kind of 3-part harmony album that we wrote last year, probably soon.
Yes,
So
relatively soon as well.
keep an eye out for that.
Soon.
Yeah.
So go follow them. You'll find all the good stuff there when it drops. Of course, follow them on Spotify, all that. Now, before we plug our stuff, we got to ask the $1 million question. Who do you want to see on the show in future?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I want to see
Sun Sounds.
Sun Sounds. I want to see Judah and Go Ahead.
Jimmy Climbs.
Svea and her new project.
Yeah, I think those are the
That's the list. That's the wish list.
I think that's
Yeah.
the list for now.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, no.
Oh,
Jeff Buckley.
Yes, please. Amy Winehouse. Like,
yeah, we're
Resurrect him.
resurrect them all.
Well, see, the $10 I spent in learning to, find out about the oxygen bar would have went to that. So,
Oh.
so I don't know. if we
Edgar's
can
gonna have to get
Jose.
them over here, you know.
We'll have to pay him with the 10.
Yes.
Well, as for us, producers_pit on Instagram, that's where you can find all the fun updates, find out, the highlights. The highlights are always a good time. And of course, same handle for Spotify. Song of the Week playlist is there, and of course the local pick. So if you're looking for some new stuff to listen to, go check that out. Where else are we? Twitch.
Yeah.
We're trying to stream. We'll see what happens. It's just kind of spur of the moment. We'll do it, but we've kind of wanted to. There's some occasions that might call
Yeah.
for a stream.
Yeah.
So follow the Instagram, and you'll know all about that soon. And then we got Producers Pit Community Night coming up soon. So hope to see you all there once again, and we'll have more information on who's going to be there soon. We got a couple good acts lined up, and we got a couple more offers to throw out there. So we'll be there soon enough. So anyways, without further ado, Walker Kass is going to take the music stage and we'll all have a spiritual experience together when we come right back.
Even if you wanted to know, you can't help me, honey. Even if you try, you can't help me, honey. Even if you wanted to know. I will sing till my dreams get the better of me. I'll hold faith like an apple holds temptation for me. I will pine for the visions in my hungry mind. Or I'll hold faith like subconscious holds my waking memory. It's like deja vu, but I see right through it. Like I've been here too, but I couldn't prove it. This song now rings as the desperation of me falling. Faith now tastes like the juices that have brought me wanted. Here I ride, oh, to reach the depth of constant needing. Faith shows I'm not a guy's only subject to bleeding. It's like deja vu, but I see right through it. Like I've been here too, but I couldn't prove it. It's like deja vu, but I see right through it. Like I've been here too, but I couldn't prove it.
The song is called Smoking.
The smell of cigarettes lingers on my But now that my heart is broken, well, here I am smoking a pack a day, wondering if the smell of cigarettes on fingers reminds you of me. I'm just waiting to see how many packs until recovery. The sound of Johnny Cash mixed with our laughs reminds me of us. How you swore you'd learn how to two-step so I wouldn't make a fuss. Oh, what a burst. 'Cause now that my heart is dizzy, you're too busy to stick around. And I'm wondering if Johnny Cash reminds you of the love we found. I'm just waiting to see how many dances until recovery. You go out every night searching for someone to ease your hurting, but my heart knows the difference between your love and my addiction. I'm waiting to see how many lovers until recovery. Until recovery.
This next song is called Sophia. It is our ode to wisdom, love song to wisdom.
Yeah, and accepting that we really know nothing at all anyways.
I traveled far and wide to find the place you hide, through stormy seas that nearly broke my mind. Upon arrival here, I need to find you, dear. The sky's the only place that I can climb. I broke my hand
mountains climbing to find where you are hiding. Deep within the mountain's sacred womb. After journeying here, I rest in blood and tears. I am nothing but a hollow shell. I have been searching for you. And in my search for you, I found.
Now in blood-spattered walls, there are altars where men fall. My body feels like nothing's ever felt.
And in my need for you, I know I must pursue where earth cracks from the fire drawn by gods. And they sit
Sophie,
in velvet,
Sophie,
in velvet. And they bring
Sophie,
me closer,
Sophie,
closer. I'd rather be known for knowing nothing at all than spending my life being sure it all. And they sit
Sophie,
in velvet,
Sophie,
in velvet. And they bring
Sophie,
me closer,
Sophie,
closer to
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was spiritual. Very, very, very spiritual. That was one of the the more enlightening performances of the year. We'll tell you that. Damien and I have thought a lot about life. I don't know what, but yeah. Well, either way, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your fantastic music. I mean, y'all really just leave it all on the stage. It's something to witness. So definitely catch these ladies live because it's an experience. And of course, our good friend the drummer. I forgot your name, Isaac, the boy on drums. You know, everyone gets credit. You brought it all together. Fantastic work. So, yeah. and thanks for chilling during the interview. That was the best seat in the house, I hope.
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, enjoyed to be here.
No Smash Mouth, sadly. Their lawyers are very clear that they're not ready to perform that at this time, so I guess we'll have to wait we'll have to bring y'all back for Smash Mouth.
Yes.
Smash Mouth
Love
Jam
that.
session.
Yes.
That's the next episode of Walker Kass. Well, let's bring it on home. For myself, for Damien's an Alien, for Isaac the drummer, for Walker Kass, for Studio 519, and our boy Mark, because we always got to shout him out on this show.
Hey, Mark.
Catch us on the next episode where we challenge our guests to the Studio 519 card game. It's real. It's crazy. Anyways, this is the Producer's Pit signing off. We'll see you guys on the next one.